In the twilight of the Russian Empire, a man emerged from the depths of Siberia to capture the hearts and minds of the nation. Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin, a mystical healer with incredible influence, left an indelible mark on the course of Russian history. Join us as we embark on a journey through the extraordinary life of Rasputin, a character shrouded in mystery, controversy, his rise from an ordinary village to the Tsar's palace, and also his literal fall into the Neva River. We will try to understand why this mystic got the name immortal. In the vast expanse of Siberia, where the winds howl through the dense forests and the winters are unforgiving, a young boy named Grigory Rasputin was born in 10 January 1869. His story begins in the humble village of Pokrovsky, nestled amidst the frozen landscapes. Life in Siberia was harsh, but it instilled in Rasputin a deep connection with nature and a resilient spirit. From a young age, he roamed the pristine wilderness, finding solace and inspiration in its untamed beauty. The Siberian wilderness became Rasputin's sanctuary, a place where he discovered a profound connection to the spiritual realm. It was during these formative years that Rasputin claimed to have had profound spiritual experiences. He believed that he had been chosen by a higher power, tasked with a divine mission to bring healing and enlightenment to those in need. As Rasputin grew older, word of his healing abilities spread throughout Siberia. People from far and wide sought his aid, hoping for a miracle to relieve their ailments and suffering. Rasputin's presence became a beacon of hope in the desolate Siberian landscape. Rasputin possessed an innate spirituality that set him on a path of enlightenment. In search of higher meaning, he embarked on a pilgrimage, traversing the vast expanse of Russia, visiting monasteries and seeking wisdom from religious sages. It was during his travels that Rasputin claimed to have experienced a divine revelation. He believed that he had been chosen as an instrument of God, gifted with the power to heal the sick and communicate with the spiritual realm. He presumably had a better-than-expected sexual longing, and so already in his early youth he had a reputation as a scoundrel, a philanderer and a drunkard. In spite of this, people were tolerant towards him. Even after his conversion, he never quit any drinking and a free sexual coexistence. News of Rasputin's miraculous healing spread far and wide, reaching the ears of Tsar Nicholas II and his wife, Alexandra. Desperate for a cure for their son's hemophilia, they summoned Rasputin to their court in St. Petersburg. Rasputin's arrival at the Russian court marked the beginning of a tumultuous and controversial chapter in his life. His ability to alleviate the suffering of the young Tsarevich Alexei earned him the unwavering trust and loyalty of the royal family. Rasputin's methods were unorthodox, his healing techniques relied on prayer, touch, and his purported ability to communicate with the divine. In the presence of Tsarevich Alexei, Rasputin claimed to feel the boy's pain and to channel his healing energy directly into him. Astonishingly, Rasputin's presence seemed to have a positive effect on the young Tsarevich's health. His episodes of intense pain and bleeding became less frequent, and his condition stabilized. The Romanovs, hopeful and filled with gratitude, believed that Rasputin possessed a unique gift, one that could save their beloved son. Rasputin's success in healing Tsarevich Alexei earned him the trust and admiration of Tsarina Alexandra. She came to view him as a spiritual advisor, seeking his guidance on matters of state and personal affairs. Rasputin's influence over the royal family became a topic of intense scrutiny and controversy. As Rasputin's influence grew, so did the rumors and speculation surrounding him. Many viewed him with suspicion, accusing him of using his powers to manipulate the royal family and further his own interests. Russia, on the brink of social and political upheaval, was a powder keg ready to explode. Rasputin's presence in the court became a focal point for discontent among the Russian nobility and the growing revolutionary movement. Despite his detractors, Rasputin ardently advocated for peace and unity, urging the Tsar to pursue diplomatic solutions instead of engaging in the horrors of World War I. However, his pacifist stance only served to heighten the animosity directed towards him. In December 1916, a group of conspirators, fearful of Rasputin's influence, hatched a plan to eliminate him. Among the conspirators was Prince Felix Yusupov, who believed that by removing Rasputin, he would save the monarchy. As Rasputin entered the Grand Hall, he was greeted with false warmth and camaraderie. Unbeknownst to him, the conspirators had prepared a poison feast, lacing the food and drink with a potent dose of cyanide. There are even unsubstantiated claims that his alcoholism saved him from potassium cyanide poisoning. Rasputin, however, seemed impervious to the deadly effects of the poison. Surrounded by astonished conspirators, he appeared unaffected, leaving them bewildered and desperate for an alternative plan. Realizing that the poison had failed, Yusupov made a quick and fateful decision. He retrieved a revolver and shot Rasputin in the chest, hoping that this act would finally end the mystic's life. Rasputin fell to the ground, gravely wounded but still clinging to life. Undeterred, the conspirators assumed he was dead and proceeded to bind him, wrapping his body in a carpet. Under the cover of darkness, the conspirators transported Rasputin's body to the freezing waters Neva River. They intended to dispose of him, forever erasing his presence from history. However, little did they know that the resilient mystic was still alive and struggling to free himself. Days later, Rasputin's body was discovered along the riverbank. The truth behind his murder and the events leading up to it would forever remain clouded in mystery and speculation. According to some unconfirmed sources, no poison was found in his stomach. An autopsy should have found water in his lungs, leading to the conclusion that he was ultimately drowned. But it is not even possible to determine with 100% certainty that he drowned, because the official autopsy report has disappeared. The murder of Rasputin sent shockwaves through the Russian Empire. While some celebrated his demise as a victory for the nation, others mourned the loss of a man they believed possessed extraordinary healing powers. In the years that followed Rasputin's death, Russia descended into chaos. The Russian Revolution erupted, leading to the downfall of the Romanov dynasty and the establishment of a new order. After the February Revolution, his remains were to be taken and burned. When he was burned, there is a story, he was supposed to sit in the fire, which caused horror in those present. The explanation is that the body was burned and heated, the sinews contracted, forcing the legs and body to bend at the waist, feeding to the idea that he sat down. We can take a thought from this story, as Rasputin himself would say, "Believe in your own power, and others will be forced to believe in it too." Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you on the next journey in uncovering history.